Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at people who dodged something bad. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. Didn't lend money to a friend because I was broke. 3 months later, he disappeared with several thousands he had stolen from my other friends. Wow. Oh my gosh. I always feel like it's a bad idea to lend money to someone you're close to. Like, only lend the amount if it's not like too big and if you're okay with losing that amount. You either lend someone money because you want to and you don't mind if they don't pay you back, or you don't lend them money at all, because that might ruin the relationship, you know? Like, if they don't pay it back, then you're gonna be mad that they didn't keep their promise, and then you guys are just gonna drift apart. I had a cardiac arrest about 4 years ago. Dropped dead in the middle of my shift. Found out after I woke up about a week later that A. The manager who saw me fall was a former lifeguard and knew proper CPR. B. An ambulance happened to be passing about 2 blocks away. C. Probably the best cardio unit in my state was a 10-minute ambulance ride from where it all happened. Walked out of the hospital about 2 weeks later. Full recovery. Whoa! Oh my gosh, that's so scary though. But I'm glad they're okay, you know? It's so scary how this can just happen suddenly, right? This person is so lucky. Because like even a few seconds for this kind of thing is a big deal, you know? If someone was late like a few minutes, oof. Was going to move to a different apartment complex last month. Got injured at work and lost hours. Therefore, couldn't come up with the deposit money in time. Last week, some jerk caught the building on fire. Well, that's lucky. I was helping to clean out her house. I'm dragging everything out of the basement and suddenly my dad is like, whoa, put that down gently and let's move away from here. So I put the weird metal tube type thing I'm carrying down and get out of there. Turns out it's a mortar shell from when my aunt worked in the munitions factor during World War II. Bomb squad came and took it away. Huh? That's just randomly in the house? Oh? What the heck? What? They just casually carried that out, you know? Oh my gosh, I'm so glad nothing happened. And no one told them, like no one gave any warnings to like never go down the basement and touch anything, you know? What? Not me, but I had a field service engineer working on one of my big robotic liquid handlers. He decided to bypass the safety pin that prevents the heads from moving while the cover is open, while he had a diagnostic program queued up on the computer. What he didn't know was that the instant he reinserted the safety pin, the machine would execute the queued instructions and start moving. And he had a hand inside it right in the danger zone. I grabbed his shoulder and yanked his hand out an instant before it was crushed. He stopped ignoring me when I told him to stop bypassing safety lockouts to save a few minutes. Oh my gosh, I hate it when people do that. Why do they do that? Oh my gosh, like the safety things, whatever, are in there for a reason, you know? Like the rules are there for a reason. You should follow it. What's a few minutes gonna save in your life? Come on. I mean, it's better to like, how do I say, like be safe than to rush something, you know? Like, you know how some people rush the red light and whatever and then they get into a car crash? Like, really, was it really worth it? Like, was it? You're only gonna be like a minute late back to wherever you were gonna go, you know? I don't understand people who rush things like this. I was walking down the street in downtown Chicago and I heard a loud bang followed by a woman screaming. Somebody dropped a full 2-liter bottle of soda from the 13th floor and it just missed me. It was essentially a giant bullet at that height and speed. The woman screaming was about 5 feet behind me and she was the second closest to being hit. How do you irresponsibly drop a 2-liter bottle down your balcony, you know, or whatever, your window? What was going on? Oh my gosh, you know. I stayed up all night before a day trip to Hong Kong. You know that days when you haven't slept, you're just kind of robotic and doing the human stuff. Nearly zero awareness of anything. Well, I went to cross the street and my friend behind me snatched my shoulder and yanked me backwards just in time to feel the whoosh of a double-decker bus breezing past us. I just looked at him like, oh, thanks, man. And it took an extra minute for my brain to process I would be dead had he not grabbed me. These reminds me of the videos where like close calls, right? And then you see someone like about to cross the street and then a bus just goes past, but they're like this close to being hit, you know? Whew. People, why don't you look both ways when you cross? Jeez. That scares me, man. Oh my gosh, those people scare me. You know, like even when I'm driving and then there's people just running across the street without even looking, like, what? What are you doing? Come on. Oh, that just makes me mad. Why don't some people look across the street? You know, it's, what is it? Stop, listen, look or something, you know? Stop, look, listen. I don't know. About 10 years ago, I was in a relationship with someone and she became pregnant. We were only a few months in and I was terrified. But I did the right thing. Stuck with her, did my best to help her through her pregnancy, turned my whole life upside down. Sold my house to move to the other end of the city where her daughter went to school. She was divorced, had a kid with her ex-husband. Everything was going great until she became pregnant. We were having a lot of fun and enjoyed each other's company very much. The instant she became pregnant, it was like a switch had been flipped. She became a straight-up psycho. It wasn't just hormones from pregnancy. This was a whole other level. She took being unreasonable and belligerent to a whole new level. I asked what she wanted for dinner one night, and she responded with, "You should know what I want for dinner. You're supposed to just make it." And it turned into an hours-long fight over how I'm supposed to know what she wants for dinner. Apparently, I wasn't in tune with her enough to know, and that was an unforgivable error. Oh my gosh, she's so blessed to even have someone making dinner for her. You know what I mean? That's crazy. What? That's crazy. I would never think someone would actually say that. You know, what do you want for dinner? You should know what I want. You should just make it, you know? This is one of the hundreds of little things she did to make me feel bad. Anyway, we move into the new house and within a month, she leaves me. So all this stuff I did to turn my life upside down. I sold a house and bought a new one, which cost a lot of money in real estate fees, moving fees, and it was a more expensive home. Worse than that, I now had to deal with this psycho for the next 18 years because she was carrying my baby. On top of all of this, she had been cheating on me and was with her ex-boyfriend now. That's who she was moving in with. But I was going to be a dad, which was cool, I guess. Wished it was under different circumstances, but not having to see her every day was going to be nice. Oh my gosh, what's going on? About a week before she gave birth, I asked if it's okay if I'm there when the child is born. This makes me so sad. He has to ask that. She says, I really need the other guy to be there. I'm okay with that if he is. I gotta tell you something. There's a chance it's not your baby. Huh? Oh my gosh, I feel so bad for the dude. And after fighting with her for 3 months to get the baby's blood type, it was inconclusive whose baby it was. So we went to the DNA test, which she fought against me about. Finally caving after I laid out in text everything she had done to me, and now she was leaving this question of whether or not I have a child unanswered. It wasn't my baby. Bullet dodged. This was an enormous relief. Having to deal with her for 18 years while we co-raised a child would have been a nightmare. I had witnessed how she handled literally every communication with her ex-husband, not the same guy she cheated on me with and moved in with. Oh, so she has an ex-boyfriend and an ex-husband and this dude. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad they left that toxic relationship. Jeez, I kind of feel bad for the baby. What's going on? I don't even know what happened. Like, what happened? I just want to know why she changed like that. After a stroke, I was in a coma and it didn't look like I'd wake up. The doctors asked my wife if they should let me go. I only exist because she said no. I didn't dodge a bullet so much as my wife blocked it for me. Oh, yeah, that's nice. I feel like that's the first initial reaction, right? If this only just happened and, you know, obviously you're going to be like, no. Unless they had a talk with you beforehand and they were like, you know, if this happens, let me go kind of thing, then yeah, obviously. But other than that, it's so hard, you know, it's so hard letting someone go. Freshman year of college, I had a calculus class. It was material I had learned before, but for various reasons, they didn't give me a transfer credit, so I skipped class quite frequently. Though I usually slept in, one morning I find myself awake at 8:30 and not really feeling like sleep. Might as well check in on the class and see what's going on. It was the midterm exam. How do they not remember? Like, shouldn't you be studying before that? They were just like, I'ma just sleep all day. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!